All right, welcome back. You still talk sport, and let's now introduce my first guest on the program. His name is Coach Onamba Raphael, who is the coach of Refined Nuggets Football Club right here in the Federal Capital Territory. He is the head coach. Raf, nice to have you join us on the program.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, we've seen Nigeria taking on Angola. For you, were you impressed with the Super Eagles outing? And who, for you, were the key players in that match?
They are all key players, and I was surprised because I thought we could not
beat Angola
because those guys are fast. They have good strikers, and remember that ball that hit the bar. I almost had BP, you know. So they all did well, especially from the defense line to the midfield and the attackers too. Especially, I love what Osimhen is doing. He's not just playing as the top 9, but he's also coming to defend. So which gave us a plus. It was a moral booster for the midfielders too, because the pressure was not much in the middle pack.
How would you describe Frank Onyeka's role? Some say that was his best game so far. He was able to neutralize the Angolan midfield, especially with their very tricky captain Fred, who is short and very good with the ball. He was able to, play that spoiler for the midfield for the Super Eagles.
One thing I love about that guy is that he's a boss-to-boss marker, and he's highly intelligent. He knows how to read his opponents very well, and I hope that he keep on with this tempo in the next game.
Oh, what of for the midfielders, Alex Iwobi?
Iwobi is actually playing deep.
Yeah,
we all know that Iwobi is more of attacking midfielder, and is this kind of player that is a ball user. He distributes the ball, but because we lack some players like the service of Wilfred Ndidi, so we are trying to see how a player that can actually hold on to the ball to calm that pressure. That's why you saw the coach applying these tactics. Hey, you Iwobi, what I want from you is that you get the ball, you distribute the ball. When there is much pressure, you calm the ball down and you play with your wingers, because we have fast wingers that can push from the middle line.
Looking at the defense line, how would you rate Bassi? Would you say, some say that was Bassi's best performance?
He has been there. If you watch the game right from the start, he has been giving his all, giving his 100%, and not just Bassi alone. What about Olai?
Okay, it
these
was
guys
fantastic.
are just so magnificent.
But it looked like Zaidu didn't come to the party that day. We saw him miss a lot of chances he would have passed. Do you think he's beginning to feel the pressure?
It's not all about the pressure. I want you to know that this guy is injured. He picked a knock. I think that was our second game or something. So, and he has his own role, supporting the midfield, and from the midfield you push as a left winger. So he's actually not really at his best, which we all know. Not just Seidu alone, even Moses Simon. Forget the fact that he gave us the assist. There are some times that you don't have to hang too much on the ball. Once you get the ball, you head up and lay the pass to those making the runs, So they are all doing well. No one to be blamed.
All right, let's look at the coach. A lot of times we've not given credit to Jose Peseiro, but is Peseiro beginning to know his team, and is he beginning to use his players the way? And would you say the players are beginning to understand how he wants them to play?
I think that coach is a very good coach, because to me, you don't just a coach due to qualifying stage, because playing a qualifier, it comes with pressure, and playing a friendly match, it also comes with pressure too. But I think one thing about that coach is that he has these good technical teams that they assess every opponent, and they come to a good tactics, and those tactics work out for the team.
All right, before I let you go, let's look at the Bafana. We saw Bafana, they could barely qualify from their group, and knockout stages, they began getting better and better. First of all, they beat the best team in Africa, Morocco, and from there now they also defeated Cape Verde, which is a very mobile team, a very skillful team, a team that has a lot of pace. How do you think the Super Eagles can match up?
We can beat Bafana. I prefer the South Africans than the Cape boys, because those guys are too fast, they are skillful.
So how come South Africa was able to beat them?
What they really lack was they don't have the big player up front. They lack experience.
But they had this baby who played for Manchester United, and don't forget it was penalties that they lost out.
Aside from that, the football is not a one-man thing.
True.
You need every senior players in every department. At Dibin, they have the likes of Lukman, Osimhen in that team, they will have dealt with South Africans. So they lack big experienced player up front. That was the reason why they lost out. And I was even scared. I was even praying for South Africa to qualify. If not, those guys are too fast. Those guys are too fast and very skillful. And they play good tactical football. See the way they switch passes. See their transition. See the depth in every position. Those guys are too good.
Okay, finally, what will be your advice for the Super Eagles as they face Bafana?
We should keep our head up, and I believe these guys are hungry, and I see them qualifying to the final stage.
Okay, just before you go, I know I don't know if you're a Chelsea fan, but what do you think is happening with Chelsea? Is Pochettino one of the coaches to be sacked now?
I don't know about Chelsea. I only love Chelsea because of their love for blacks. I'm a Real Madrid fan, but I think they should give the coach more time. So, you know, they should just give him one more season to get it right.
In terms of Real Madrid, before you go, looking at Ken Mbappe, now he has said he's going to Madrid.
Finally he's coming home. How I wish his brother, senior brother, was still in Madrid. Benzema. It would have been a lot.
Is it possibly Benzema might return to Real Madrid because we know he's having issues in Saudi Arabia already?
I think Benzema is going to Arsenal from what I heard. But let's see. Those are just mere rumors though. But let's see what happens.
All right, that's how much the coach can stay with us because he has to run to go for his trainings. He has lots of kids he's trying to unearth for the national teams of Nigeria and also Premier League clubs in Nigeria. So I want to say thank you very much for joining us on the program. We'll go for another quick break. When we return from break, another one coach exits, another joins us, and so we'll be having Coach Charles Ohaji will be joining us very soon so that we can look at all the stories and making the rounds. And also, we're still looking at the 34th edition of the African Cup of Nations. Stay with us.